Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Gonna Make It podcast show. Today, we're diving into a realm that sounds more like science fiction than reality. I'm talking about quantum computing. You're in the right place if you scratch your head trying to wrap your mind around this topic. We will make this complex subject super digestible in just under 15 minutes. So let's kick off with an analogy. Imagine flipping a coin. Heads or tails, right? You've got a 50-50 chance of it landing one way or the other. But while the coin is still in the air, it's neither heads nor tails. It's both. It exists in a state of probability, limboing between heads and tails. This in-between state is like the principle that quantum computing operates on. Digital computers, the ones we've known and loved for years, process information based on bits. A unit of information that can be either 0 or a 1. It's like the coin landing on its head or tail. But quantum computers don't play by these rules. They operate on quantum bits or qubits. And here's where it gets weird. A qubit can simultaneously be a 0 and a 1. This state is known as superposition, and it's like the coin in air, capable of being heads or tails simultaneously. Now thinking of this way, in classical computing, we are trying to solve a problem with multiple variables. The computer calculates one variable at a time, like checking each route on a map one by one. It's tedious and it's time consuming. But a quantum computer, on the other hand, can look at all those routes simultaneously thanks to its larger working space, vastly speeding up the process. And let me tell you this, when we say speed up, we mean really speed it up. Flashback to 2019 when Google dropped a bombshell. Their quantum computer solved a problem in just 200 seconds, an issue that would have taken a classical computer 10,000 years to crack. Granted, the situation had no real-world applications, but this was a theoretical game changer. It signaled that we are entering in an era where quantum computers could solve puzzles entirely out of reach for classical computers. But wait, you might ask, how do these quantum computers actually solve these problems? And that is a great question. In today's classical computers, the bits don't talk to each other. They are like office workers in cubicles. But qubits, on the other hand, are like an open office layout where everyone's chatting and exchanging information. This interaction among qubits enables quantum computers to run many calculations simultaneously. However, unlike classical computers which spit out single definitive answers, quantum computers give us various possible solutions. They're like the friend who can't decide where to eat but gives you 5 other options. With such superpowers, quantum computers should be available at every Best Buy or Walmart, right? Well, not so fast. For now, they're rare, they're expensive, and operated by a few key players and startups in the industry. By McKinsey's projections, we'll have only about 5,000 operational quantum computers by 2030. The tech to solve super complex problems may not fully materialize until 2035 or even later. So, patience is the key here. Now, speaking of the challenges, let's talk about the hiccups in quantum computing. First, qubits are quite volatile. Remember the coin in the air? It's kind of like that, unpredictable and susceptible to environmental changes. This volatility can throw off calculations and lead to inaccurate results. Second, to achieve these significant breakthroughs, we're talking about connecting potentially millions of volatile qubits together. And yes, this is not a small feat. So where does this entire thing leave classical computers? Are they going to be obsolete? Well, not so fast. Classical computers are the experienced detectives which are reliable and methodical, while quantum computing are like wild, rookie, unpredictable but incredibly talented. Together, they can tackle multivariate problems with greater efficiency. For instance, quantum computers can quickly narrow down possible answers in finance or logistics, while in contrast, classical computers can fine-tune those results and make it a win-win situation for all. Now, This is the moment you've been waiting for. What are the real-world applications of quantum computing? First up is simulation. Imagine being able to model complex molecules with high accuracy. This could revolutionize the pharmaceutical industry, speeding up the development of new drugs and cures by a great margin. We're talking about shaving years, maybe even decades off of R&D. Then there's optimization and search. Every industry from manufacturing to logistics grapples with optimization questions. Quantum computing can sift through these variables faster than you can say efficiency, and thereby saving money and time. Don't even get me started on quantum AI. We are talking about accelerating the development of self-driving cars and much, much more. Imagine quantum computing optimizing neural networks for Ford, GM, or even Tesla. We'd have self-driving cars understanding human behavior better than most humans themselves. And last but not the least, prime factorization. For those unaware, prime numbers are like the backbone of encryption, safeguarding your online activities altogether. But guess what? Quantum computers can crack these codes like a walnut. While it's a security concern for real, it's also driving advancements in quantum cryptography to keep our data safe in the end. With so much on the horizon, it's clear that quantum computing is not a passing fad. McKinsey estimates that it could contribute nearly $1.3 trillion in value by 2035, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Moving on, let's try and figure out which industries are going to be the early adopters here. Who will be the first in line saying, hey, I want a piece of that quantum pie? Well, let me break it down for you. Research suggests there are 4 big players: pharmaceuticals, chemicals, automotive, and finance, which stand to benefit the most in short term. First up are pharmaceuticals. Do you know how drug research often feels like looking for needles in a haystack? Well, quantum computing could turn that haystack into, say, a tidy sewing kit. Quantum capabilities will streamline the R&D process, allowing us to model complex molecular structures in previously impossible ways. Picture that: faster, more efficient drug development and fewer expensive duds. I think this is absolutely crucial considering what we've been through in COVID. And then there's chemical industry. You ever wondered how to break free from our dependency on fossil fuels? Listen to this. Quantum computing can actually help design better catalysts. That means we could replace the petrochemicals with more sustainable options, or even figure out how to break down CO2 for usage. That's right. Goodbye environmental doom and gloom, and hello sustainable future. In the world of automotive, think about complexities involved in creating a car. From R&D and product design to manufacturing processes like welding, painting, and much more. Quantum computing can come in and optimize all of these things. Imagine a future where your dream of your electric car becomes affordable because manufacturing costs have plummeted. That's the kind of disruption we're talking about. And let's remember our personal favorite, the finance field. You're aware that it's all about managing risks and returns. Quantum computing could revolutionize portfolio management. Imagine optimizing a loan portfolio at a quantum level to balance risks and returns. It absolutely sounds like a Wall Street dream, but it could be very well a Main Street reality in the future. Alright, now enough about computing for a second. Did you know that there's more to quantum than just computing? We've also got quantum communication or QComms and quantum sensing or QS to look forward to. With QComms, we are talking about ultra-secure communication channels. So secure in fact that traditional encryption would look like a child's secret code in comparison. Plus, with the entangled qubits, there's the possibility of parallel and blind quantum processing, ramping up the computing power to even further. And don't sleep on quantum sensing. Imagine having sensors that can actually measure physical properties like temperature and magnetic fields. These sensors might even pick up data that current technology can't even comprehend in the first place. So, there you have it. The quantum realm is bursting with possibilities, from revolutionizing industries to creating new avenues of technology and filling them with a new generation of quantum-savvy professionals. It's not just an exciting time to be in tech, It's an exciting time to be alive and witness these leaps of innovation. Do get ready because the quantum future is absolutely closer than you think. To summarize everything we've covered today, quantum computing is knocking on the door of the future, promising to revolutionize industries like pharmaceuticals, chemicals, automotive, and finance. We're talking about innovations that could change the game, unlocking a whopping $1.3 trillion in value. And it's not just about computing. Quantum communication and quantum sensing are technologies that will change how we communicate and measure the world effectively. But, and it's a big but, for all this potential to be realized, we have a talent gap that needs to be filled. Companies must get clear on what skills they're looking for, invest in sustainable translators to bridge the gap between science and business, and foster an environment that encourages diverse talent in this pool. The quantum path isn't just about technological journey, it's a human one too. I can't wait to see where we go from here. And if you're listening to this, I'm hoping you're quite as pumped as I am about this future. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit the follow button. Please leave a like or a review. It helps other curious minds find the show and keeps us bringing you the most exciting emerging tech developments out there. Thank you so much for tuning in today. As I always say, stay curious, stay informed, and always remember, we're going to make it. Goodbye.